But Devi says, let my doubts be cleared. She is not really asking about answers, she is asking for a transformation of her mind. Because a doubting mind will remain a doubting mind, whatsoever answers are given. Note it. A doubting mind will remain a doubting mind. Answers are irrelevant. If I give you one answer and you have a doubting mind, you will doubt it. If I give you another answer, you will doubt that also. You have a doubting mind. Doubting mind means it will put a question mark to anything. So answers are useless. You ask me who created the world, and I say you A created the world, then you are bound to ask who created A. So the real problem is not how to answer questions. The real problem is how to change the doubting mind. How to create a mind which is not doubting or which is trustful. So Devi says, let my doubts be cleared. 2 or 3 things more. When you ask a question, you may be asking for many reasons. One may be just this, that you want a confirmation. You already know the answer. You have the answer. You just want to be confirmed that your answer is right. Then your question is false, pseudo. It is not a question. You may be asking a question not because that you are ready to change yourself, but only just as a curiosity. The mind goes on questioning. In the mind, questions come as leaves come in a tree. That is the very nature of the mind, to question. So it goes on questioning. It matters not what you are questioning. Anything give to the mind, it will create a question. It is a grinding machine to create questions. So give it anything, it will cut it into pieces and create many questions. One question answered and the mind will create many questions from the answer. This has been the whole history of philosophy. Bertrand Russell remembers that when he was a child, he thought that one day, when he will be mature enough to understand all philosophy, all questions will be answered. Then late, when he was 80, he said that now I can say that my old questions are there, standing as they were standing when I was a child. New other questions have come up because of the study of philosophy. So he said, when I was young, I used to say philosophy is an inquiry for ultimate answers. Now I cannot say this. It is an inquiry for endless questions. So one question creates one answer and many questions. The doubting mind is the problem. Parvati says, don't be concerned with my questions. I have asked so many things. What is your reality? What is this wonderful universe? What constitutes seed? Who centers the universal wheel? What is life beyond forms? How we can enter it fully above time and space? But don't be concerned with my questions. Let my doubts be cleared. I ask these questions because they are in my mind. I ask them just to show you my mind. But don't pay much attention to them. Really, answers will not fulfill my need. My need is, let my doubts be cleared. But how the doubts can be cleared? Will any answer do? Is there any answer which will clear your doubts? Mind is the doubt. It is not that the mind doubts. Mind is the doubt. Unless the mind dissolves, doubts cannot be cleared. Shiva will answer. His answers are techniques. The oldest, the most ancient techniques. But you can call them latest also. Because nothing can be added to them. They are complete. 112 techniques. They have taken all the possibilities. All the ways of killing the mind. Transcending the mind. Not a single method could be added to Shiva's 112 methods. And this book, Vigyan, Bhairava, is 5,000 years old. Nothing can be added. There is no possibility to add anything. It is exhaustive, complete. And the most ancient, and yet the latest, yet the newest. Old like old hills, the scene eternal, and new like just a dewdrop before the sun. Because they are so fresh. These 112 methods of meditation constitute the whole science of transforming mind. We will enter one by one. We will try to comprehend first intellectually. But use your intellect only as an instrument, not as a master. Use it as an instrument to understand something. But don't go on creating barriers by it. When we will be talking these techniques, just put aside your past knowledge, your knowing, whatsoever informations you have collected, put them aside. They are just dust gathered on the road. Encounter these methods with a fresh mind. with alertness, of course, but not with argumentation. And don't make the fallacy that argumentative mind is alert mind. It is not. Because the moment you move into arguments, you have lost the awareness, you have lost the alertness. You are not here then. These methods don't belong to any religion. Remember, they are not Hindu. Just as the theory of relativity is not Jewish, because Einstein conceived it. And radio and television are not Christian. No one says that why you are using electricity, this is Christian. Because the Christian mind conceived it. Science doesn't belong to races and to religions, and Tantra is a science. So remember, this is not Hindu at all. These techniques were conceived by Hindus, but those techniques are not Hindu. That's why this technique will not mention any religious ritual. No temple is needed. You are quite a temple yourself. You are the lab. The whole experiment is to go on within you. No belief is needed. This is not religion. This is science. No belief is needed. It is not required to believe in Quran or the Veda or Buddha or in Mahavir. No. No belief is needed. Only a daring to experiment is enough. Courage to experiment is enough. That's why the beauty a Mohammedan can practice, and he will reach to the deeper meanings of Quran. A Hindu can practice, and he will for the first time know what Veda is. And a Zen can practice, and a Buddhist can practice. They need not leave their religions. Tantra will fulfill them wherever they are. Tantra will be helpful whatsoever their chosen paths. So remember this, Tantra is pure science. You may be a Hindu or a Mohammedan or a Parsi or whatsoever. Tantra doesn't touch your religion at all. Tantra says that religion is a social affair. So belong to any religion, it is irrelevant. But you can transform yourself. And that transformation needs a scientific methodology. When you are ill, you have fallen ill, or you have caught tuberculosis, or anything, then whether you are a Hindu or a Mohammedan, it makes no difference. The tuberculosis remains indifferent to your Hinduism, to your Mohammedanism, to your beliefs, political, social or religious. Tuberculosis has to be treated scientifically. There is no Hindu tuberculosis, no Mohammedan tuberculosis. You are ignorant. You are in conflict. You are asleep. This is a disease, a spiritual disease. This disease has to be treated by the Tantra. You are irrelevant. Your beliefs are irrelevant. This is just a coincidence that you are born somewhere and someone else is born somewhere else. This is just a coincidence. Your religion is a coincidence. So don't cling to it. Use some scientific methods to transform yourself. Tantra is not very well known. Or even if known, then very much misunderstood. There are reasons for it. Higher and purer a science, the less is the possibility of it that masses should know. We have only heard the name of relativity, theory of relativity. It was used to be said that only 12 persons understood it when Einstein was alive, all over the world. Only 12 minds could understand it. It was difficult even for Albert Einstein to make it understand to someone, to make it understandable, because it moves so high, it goes above your heads. But it can be understood. A technical, mathematical knowledge is needed. A training is needed and it can be understood. But Tantra is more difficult because no training will help. Only transformation can help. That's why Tantra could never become a mass understanding. And this happens always when you cannot understand a thing, you will misunderstand at least. Because then you can feel, okay, I understand. You cannot simply remain in the vacuum. Secondly, when you cannot understand a thing, you begin to abuse it. Because it insults you. You cannot understand it. You and cannot understand it. That is impossible. Something must be wrong with the thing itself. One begins to abuse. One begins to talk nonsense and then feels, no, it is okay. So Tantra was not understood. Tantra was misunderstood. It was so deep and so high that this was natural. Secondly, because Tantra moves beyond duality, the very standpoint is amoral. Please understand this word.